3 times winning the Big 8 title and making appearances in the Cotton, Orange, and Sugar Bowls. In addition to his accomplishments on the field, Stith used his talent on the Husker wrestling mat, earning 3 letters during his playing days at Nebraska. And let's welcome Carel Stith. Picture taken, I do have a letter to read to him from Mike Devaney, Bob's son and good friend of the Stith family. I'm sorry that I'm not able to be here to personally congratulate Carel on his induction to the Nebraska Hall of Fame. His actions on the field speak for themselves. However, I would like to fill in some other little-known facts. Considering where Carel was when I first knew him, he has come a long way, in big capital letters. I can remember when, as his pledge father, he was almost a full-time job keeping him out of trouble, especially when he was running around with a couple of savory characters who I'm sure are there tonight. I have known him for a long time, and when I saw him marry the judge, I knew he had met his match and that she was someone who would keep him out of trouble. Carel was this big, quiet kid who I wasn't sure had the toughness in him to be the kind of athlete I knew he could be. I remember my dad asking him during a scrimmage, and I quote, "Caroline, are you going to hit that guy with a purse, or are you going to knock him down?" My dad had a way of letting people know when they were not living up to their potential. He was also a great wrestler and beat almost everybody in the country except for some guy in Oklahoma who seemed to have Carel's number. I could go on with a lot more tales, but we are here to welcome him to the Hall of Fame and acknowledge his many contributions to football. He's a great man who I'm proud to call my friend. I think his induction is well deserved. And I'm sorry that I could not be there to personally congratulate him. Sincerely, Mike Devaney. I'm glad he wasn't here. I can remember growing up and sitting in the south end zone in the Knoxville section. I don't know how many of you remember the Knoxville section. It was a hill before they had the south end zone. And in high school, they give you a pass and you come down every game and sit in the end zone and watch. Little did I know that years later I'd be able to be playing on the field. I want to thank the people for nominating me for this. It is an honor and to be the start of a tradition. In fact, a couple of guys sitting at the table, we were talking about the tradition today when we were walking around. And my, how this place has changed over the years. And we were downstairs in the academic area, and they were talking about the weight room that's now part of the academic center. And in fact, the Browns were talking about it. Well, our weight room when we were here, we did have a weight room. Yeah, I think it was a 10 by 12 room that was on the top of the field house, and they had a total of 110 pounds worth of weights in the room. And so nobody used it. And so now to see what they have is unbelievable. The other thing was, Coach, are we ever going to get those water breaks that they have now? We didn't have any water breaks, and believe me, when the weather was bad outside, we couldn't go inside. We were stuck out the snow, the rain, the mud, and everything else. But overall, the thing that is really important, Coach Devaney was a true mentor for many, many young kids that came through here, as was, at the time I was here, Coach Osborne was working on his doctorate at the time he was a student coach. So how he stepped in and brought this to where it is today. But it was a privilege to be part of the start of this. And again, thank you. And by the way, I brought 2 compadres from Houston with me that I practiced law with. unfortunately went to A&M. And now I have to tell you that I have to wear an A&M tie down to court on certain days because of loss we had down there last year. And then I have another gentleman that this will be his first college football game that he's ever been to. He's from Canada, so what does he know about football? But we thought we'd bring him here and let him see what it's really all about. So all I can say is go Big Red.
Yeah.